This is why sometimes it can pay to have a bigger vehicle when you're doing deliveries. I'm not talking when you're delivering like cheeseburgers and McDonald's. I don't do a lot of that anymore. I do some of it. But when you have a bigger vehicle, obviously your cost of fuel is going to be higher. And sometimes a bigger vehicle will cost you more than if you had a smaller Corolla, Camry. If you're doing food delivery and things like that, a smaller vehicle is going to be better. But if you're going to haul something like this occasionally, one sliding door and one regular door that fits in my SUV, if you're going to haul people to the airport and they got luggage and it's an XL trip, if you're going to be doing deliveries for like the Spark app, and you have a bigger vehicle within the app, you at times, not always, will get bigger trips paying you more money. These two doors, weighing a combined total of, it's 80 pounds, but it doesn't even seem like that, it's paying me $200 to deliver these two things to drive 5 miles. We're en route right now. Welcome back to Mr.BetonYou. I make this video and these videos sometimes because I think there's a couple different ways you can be a gig driver, a gig worker, an independent contractor, a delivery person, whatever you want to label yourself as, and it doesn't really matter because it's all money and it's green and it's what you feel you're worth. Having a bigger vehicle can be, if you know what apps to have and know how to take advantage of them, and if you know your marketplace. I don't have a cargo van, a Sprinter van. Those guys can make really good money. I don't have those. I don't have that vehicle necessarily, right? Those guys are on a different level. But in having an SUV, okay, you're going to be able to transport things where the dollar valuation can be more, okay? And you can still do, hey, there's nothing wrong with doing a $10 McDonald's run. Hey, I do those too. If it makes sense, it makes sense. But I want to challenge you guys to look at the delivery space a little bit differently, okay? Because these kind of opportunities, this is, for me at least, for today, this is 1 day's work of pay for what I want to make. Just like that, in 30 minutes. Now, you might not get these all the time, but I can get a few of these a month, coupled with the other apps that are going to send me bigger opportunities because they know I have a bigger vehicle. And that, to me, is worth the extra gas costs here and there on some other runs. I hope that makes sense. But I want to challenge us to look at the gig economy a little bit differently. Don't look at it like I'm going to spend more time, I'm going to spend more in fuel. And yeah, that's fine, but you're going to catch a bigger fish. And sometimes the fishermen that have the better bait, the better the tackle, the better equipment, it might be an upfront investment, but over time it's going to pay you off more in the long run. So at least that's been my experience, by being able to have these apps and put in vehicle and have a catering app, and you have a bigger vehicle that allows you to put more in your car comfortably, transport it better, okay? Look at it like a business, all right? Get beyond the McDonald's deliveries. Get beyond those little $4 or $5 runs. Nothing wrong with them. But when you could do runs like this, once, twice a week, a few times a month, it really you start to look at the gig economy a little bit differently, and you start to level up your worth. Okay, you start to become that fisherman that doesn't always catch the big fish, but when he does, it feeds his family for a longer period of time. Versus a fisherman that, hey, nothing wrong, you catch the little minnows, you get them, and you can do what you got to do, but you're going to work harder for it. So do you want to take 10 runs and make your $200, or do you want to do one and make it in 30 minutes? Something to think about. So even if you're getting a used van, a used SUV, like, think about and do the math on your gas cost and whatever else. And if you can add in other apps to where you can accept bigger payouts like this, or on a catering, or maybe it's delivering a TV for Spark. And, I did that yesterday, delivered 2 TVs and paid $35. It took me 25 minutes. Can't do that in a smaller vehicle. So think about that as you're thinking about your next purchase of your used vehicle that you're going to get. If you're going to get a new vehicle and you're a rideshare, Maybe it's the Uber X, or not the XL, the black. That's where you're gonna have a bigger payout, and you're gonna have a way different experience in the gig economy than fishing for the smaller fish and doing the $4 and $5 runs. Something to think about if you're ready to level up, if you're ready to try something different. Having a bigger vehicle can be beneficial. Not all the time, but more times than not, and your profit's gonna stay up. When you're doing a $200 run and you're only doing 5 miles, that is all profit. See you guys in the next video. There you go. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's the load right there. Pretty easy. All right, let's pull out of the back. See you on the next video.